What's up, everybody? Playoffs are here. And man, what a crazy week last week. Five teams vying for three spots. There were so many ways that things could have gone down to determine the playoff seeding, the playoff spots. And man, it didn't disappoint. You had three teams who were 6-6, two teams who were 5-7. The teams who were 5-7 needed teams to lose for them to get in. The best matchup, the best chance to get into the playoffs, win or lose, was NT 8000. Marco had a 6-6 record. And the only way they were not getting in the playoffs was if Baby Shark would have won, Flying Buffalo Wings would have won, and Steel Curtain would have won. If those three teams would have won, NT 8000 would have been eliminated. They would have not made the playoffs because you would have had two teams at 7-6, and that eight spot would have been tied between NT 8000 and Baby Shark, and Baby Shark had the head-to-head game, a tiebreaker. So does NT 8000 get in? Let's see. First, we'll do the first matchup. NT 8000 versus Colin Kaepernick. And man, Marco, you got your butt whipped. 168-102. Wow, Colin Kaepernick, their team, they just went off. Waller had 40 points. Great pickup on big trade on his end. You had Aaron Jones, who had 23 points. Justin Jefferson had 23 points. Ryan Tannehill, good pickup, got you 32 points. Marco, you didn't have a chance. So now Marco drops to 6-7. And the question becomes, does he make the playoffs? Let's go to the next matchup. We have Flying Buffalo Wings versus Frank's Jets. And Flying Buffalo Wings gets the loss, 133-117. So Frank's Jets guaranteeing Marco a spot in the playoffs. So congratulations, M-Team 8000, for making the playoffs. Now Flying Buffalo Wings, they're a little worried now because now Steel Curtain wins. And now if one of the other two teams wins, they could be the odd team out. So now they have to sit and wait. Frank's Jets, listen, let me tell you, my brother-in-law, you pulled that trade a few weeks ago, Devontae Adams. It was questionable. At first, when I saw it, I was like, really? I had a few people who texted me like, "Oh, what is he thinking?" Then I heard your explanation. You were talking about how look at the schedule and how filling depth in other spots where Adams was the only guy you had. And I told you, I was like, you know what? It does sound logical if you look at the schedule and you look at who they play. I gotta say, you may have been right. You look at the week that you had last week, and Montgomery had a good game for you, 25 points. Jared Goff, 26. Especially considering that Wentz just got benched. You would have been screwed in the playoffs. What quarterback would you have had? Tyler Boyd had a respectable 13 points. I mean, if you look at those three guys, listen, Devontae Adams is still doing what he's doing, but now you got three guys who are contributing. You may have been right. That may have been one of the shrewdest trades this year. So congrats to Frank on that trade. As for Flying Buffalo Wings, Alex, man, dude, you had a good week, but my brother-in-law just had a better week. So now they're on the bubble. What does this mean? Well, now let's jump to Steel Curtain versus Legendary Giant. Steel Curtain loses 94-78. I don't know, man. It was a tough loss, and I feel bad because now Ariel drops down. And if Baby Shark gets the win, they're eliminated. They lose 94-78, and you just had Jimmy Graham did nothing for you. And the San Francisco defense didn't do much for you. You just had Kerryon Johnson didn't do much. You just had a bad week. Juan, you actually, you won your third win in a row, and you actually didn't do that much better either. But not only did this win, it secured the number one spot for you. It won you $25. So congrats, Juan. So yes, one of the prizes this year was the top spot, and it was a team who was in the number one seed would win $25 at the end of the season. So now at the end of the season, we had a tie record-wise, 10-3, between Legendary Giant and Colin Kaepernick. So we had to go back to the head-to-head matchup. And going back to week one of the season, it was Colin Kaepernick losing to Legendary Giant 130 to 112. So because of that first week win by Juan, you just won $25. So congratulations. Congratulations on being in the playoffs. And at the end of the season, I'll distribute out all the money because I also know that you're vying for the championship spot. Again, this is the breakdown for the payments. $25 for the top spot, $25 for the winner of the consolation playoff, $100 to the runner-up of the championship game, and $200 to the champion. All right, so now, Flying Buffalo Wings, you're in the playoffs. NC 1000, you're in the playoffs. There's one spot left. And that one spot left comes down to Bushwick Gotham Knights, and then we have Baby Shark and Bad Boys. Now, I was trying to keep tab of all this because, it's pretty insane. It was pretty insane how this all went down. Gotham Knights had to win against Steel Curtain. So now Gotham Knights wins, and Baby Shark loses. And now with Steel Curtain losing, Gotham Knights gets into the playoffs on that 6 and 7 seed. All right, here we go. Bushwick came in versus Gotham Knights. Terry had a little technical snafu where he dropped his kicker. Didn't realize the waiver wire was going to happen before the game and not after. So he had to do an emergency pickup. He picks up Dustin Hopkins. Would that cost him? Because he was only down by a few points. He just needed some field goals and an extra point. He picks up Dustin Hopkins. And man, let me tell you, I was watching that game. And Terry's losing, I think, by 2 points. Hopkins lines up for the field goal. I'm like, oh my God, this is it. If he misses, Terry's done. If he hits, Terry's in. He hits the field goal. Terry's up. I'm like, by 3, because he was up. I think he was down by less than a point. I was like, okay. So now Terry has a shot to win. But then Washington gets a turnover, and now they're attempting another field goal. I'm like, oh my God. If he now misses this field goal, Terry goes back into the losing column and gets the loss. Gotham Knights, I was so concerned for you, but Hopkins hits the field goal. Gotham Knights gets the win. Boom. They're 6 and 7 now. All he needs is a loss by Baby Shark, and Gotham Knights is in the playoffs. And let me tell you, Dobbins from Baltimore just saved Baby Shark's hide. Saved their season. Gets the touchdown. The fourth quarter touchdown, puts him over the top. He wins 107 to 104 over Bad Boys. Baby Shark gets a win. Baby Shark gets into the playoffs. Gotham Knights is eliminated. So the final playoff standings are the number 1 seed going to Legendary Giant. Congratulations on the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed goes to Colin Kaepernick. Number 3 seed, Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Number 4 seed is Bad Boys. Number 5 seed is Frank's Jets. Number 6 seed goes to NC 8000. The number 7 seed goes to Baby Shark. And closing out the playoffs, number 8 seed Flying Buffalo Wings. Congrats to everybody who played who made it to the playoffs, and thanks everyone for playing. For the teams that didn't make it into the playoffs, remember you still have a chance to win your buy-in back. You have the secondary playoffs, so don't forget to set your rosters for the next few weeks, because one of that's going to at least win their buy-in back. All right, playoff times. Number 1 versus number 8 seed, Legendary Giant versus Flying Buffalo Wings. Now, they met back in week 6, where Legendary Giant squeaked by with a 90-88 win. So, it was very close. It was very close. It's going to be interesting to see what plays out this week. Then you have Colin Kaepernick versus Baby Shark, a 2-7 seed. And back in week 9, Colin Kaepernick won 115-98. Then you have Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP versus M-Team 8000. And Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP back in week 2, won 122-75. You see the trend here. Then you have Bad Boys versus Frank's Jets. And in week 11, Bad Boys eked out a win, 98-94. So all top 4 seeds have won the previous head-to-head meetings. That being said, anything can happen. And I'm in a freaking hole right now because Of course, Cam Akers decides to have the best game of his freaking career this freaking week, first week of the playoffs, and now I'm already down by 20 points heading into today's game. That being said, I still have confidence that my team is going to win this week. But congratulations to all the teams who made the playoffs. Good luck. I'm vying for my third championship. I know there's quite a few teams here who've already won championships in the past who are trying to add their name onto the trophy, and we have a few, especially some long timers here, who have never won, who want a shot at this. So it's gonna be an interesting season. But good luck to everybody. Marco, you're going down this week, man. Sorry to say it, man. You're going down, bro. Um, everyone have a good week. Enjoy some football. Have fun. I'll talk to you guys next week.